Well, finally getting around to it. And I'm having to work on the name a little bit on this knife here because, what does it say? But that's not the name of the knife, is it? It's not the Lynchpin. It was the Lynchpin, but it ain't the Lynchpin no more. It's the Vexer. Vexer. Just remember, I might have to take a pen and write Vexer up here because I got this before the name changed. And I guess I'm thinking the problem is CRKT Lynchpin, Lynchpin, not Lynch, but I think that was the thing behind it. So, and hopefully I get the actual Flavio Icoma CRKT Lynchpin with the deadbolt lock on it here in short order. But right now I've got the Vexer. God, I've been calling it the Lynchpin so long. The Vexer. And you know what? Man, this is... yeah, it's my favorite. It's my favorite Civivi knife. It is. Look at that. Let me just... I'm wondering if this is this all the way? Come here. Damn it. Yeah, that's up there. Yeah. I mean, the drop is just so nice. It makes you double check. Yeah, see, that's just so nice. It makes you double check to see if the screws backed out or something's going on. But this is just... that's fun. We're going to take it apart here in a bit. Take a look inside. I mean, you know, it's no different than a lot of the other Civivi knives. Why particularly this seems to have such a great drop? Well, first of all, the blade's pretty heavy. It's a big knife, and the detent's not real heavy. Okay, so 4.0, 4.2, somewhere like that. Nothing real tremendously strong there. Okay, especially when you can throw it out going this way as opposed to just this way. So, yeah, it's definitely not terribly strong, but you got that cutaway in that blade, and it's just begging you. It's just begging you for thumb and middle finger flick. So, I mean, is this fidget factor like through the roof? Oh, it really is. And it's just a joy to do. But it's a big dog. It's a big dog. Anybody in the house think they can suck it up and compete? Oh, one maybe. The APOC, Eric Oakes, IKBS on that. So these are two knives I really, really like. I really do. So yeah, they are some big dogs. Okay, let me show you. I don't think either of them are very lightweight though. 9 inches right on the old button, right? 23 centimeters, 4-inch, 101 or 2 millimeter blade length. All kinds of crazy on that one. Let me see what we got. Can we zero out? Yeah, okay. Let's check our blade stock here. 4 millimeter, hell yeah, all day long. 0.16 almost, 0.156. Let me see, can I wrap around? Oh, I can. Okay, 0.52, 0.516, something like that, and 13 millimeter thickness. So not overly fat this way, not contoured, you know, but grippy. Oh, by the way, this was tan. Did you see that on the box? I'm sorry. Tan. So I know a lot of guys are colorblind, so this probably looks blue to some of you. And it's because it is, yes. Of course, I couldn't avoid the dye pot. When you get a nice tan knife, I mean, it's got to go, right? It's got to go in. Got to go in. So this one went in, and I thought it turned out rather lovely. Pretty consistent color along here. I pulled it too early. Rinsed it, looked at it, and I go, ooh, I can still kind of see some semblance of the tan through there. But that's pretty solid now. I threw it back in and said, hell with it. Give her another 10, 15. I don't care. And sure enough, I think it did pretty well. People keep going, oh, does that just rub off? No, it doesn't rub off. It's there, buddy. It's good to go. It really is. So, liner lock, lockup, 25 to 30, somewhere in there. Look at disengaging's a dream, and you got some jimping there. There you go. And design flow, amen, brother. And I think we did all we could without blade to handle length, without getting too involved. See that backspacer wrapping around? Okay, you got that much, but you don't want to get too involved. You'll start nicking the end of that blade with your finger when you're messing around with it. So, But can you flip this left-hand carry? Look at that. Got a couple of holes for that, don't we? Deep carry. Oh, what did we do here? Flat screws. Now, here's the problem. See, this is something, I don't know. I mean, when you make it right left hand, then if you're gonna mill a place in to the scale for the pocket clip, then you got to do it on both sides. So I was gonna shame Civivi a little bit, but see, this is right hand only, the APOC. But see how they machined an area in there so it's flat, and then the screws being flat, meaning you're going from this level scale to the same level when you slide it in your pocket. You got nothing there to jump over. Here you do have the lip of that pocket clip sitting on top of the scale to surmount. Although this is pretty casual carry, probably going to go into jeans, and mine are all destroyed anyhow. The pockets are all ragged out. Big old choil on the front. Insanely sharp. Look at insanely sharp. Oh my goodness. I've used it for a bit here and there, but that's just a whole lot of blade there. No recurve or anything. Little dip up here. Interesting. Kind of you could put your thumb in that depression for closer work. And then you got all kinds of room back here. But even with pretty sizable hands, I mean, you've got room. I mean, even if you have bigger hands than me, and a lot of people do, but mine are, I think I wear XL gloves. So, yeah, that's still, there's plenty of room on board there. Let's throw this dog on the scales, because that's probably going to be maybe the Debbie Downer on this. Well, okay, that's not too bad. 150 grams, like 5.2. Let's roll it back around. Okay, 5.3 ounces. Okay. I feel a lot better now. Whew, man, that kicks open so easy. Watch this. That just kicks open. That is a dream. Whew, man, that is as loose as a goose. It feels like, but you know what? No blade play. That thing's tightened down. It's centered, so okay. Maybe a little guillotine-ish. Actually, no. I'm take that back. But just on the perfect side of not being guillotine-ish. And you got jimping. Here we go. Right up the ramp to the top. And it's not too dogged. It's not too big and dog-ass in your face. But here you go. And when it gets down here, then you got to think about, yeah, you do want to give yourself a little bit of a guard on your fingers here. So there you go. And since they didn't take this bolster area down, that's it. That's got to be what's there. So, nah, it's not bad. Backspacer goes forever, doesn't it? I like it. I like a good long backspacer on a knife, so I'm no big deal. And hardware, black. Okay. Nah, I don't care. I think it's okay with tan especially, and that's what this was supposed to be. And you can get it in green. What else can you get it in? Did I print? Nah, I didn't print all the other. But I think you can get it in green and tan and black. And maybe that's about it. So, hey, I'm taking tan because then I'll make it whatever I want. I think you could make it a fairly intense red with that kind of tan. But you got to be careful. You can always go darker. You can't go lighter, so you got to be careful. But yes, this color blue, not a problem. Yeah, I like it. Like it a lot. Lanyard hole. Like I said, deep carry, left and right. That's good. It's good. Ergos are nice. Very sharp out of the box. Reasonably decent blade shape with piercing and slicing capabilities. Well, it's D2. They don't say that here. I think they say it on the box, though. Yeah, D2. So, yeah, that's one of those things I kind of mentioned at the SHOT Show. Like, maybe it wouldn't be bad to, offer some optional steels. Maybe 14C28 and VG10, just something. N690, a full stainless, you know what I mean? Just as long as the chromium's like 13 to 14 or plus percent instead of like 11.5, 12%, semi-stainless. So, bang. Isn't that wonderful? If you don't like big knives, forget about it. You like big knives? You found Nirvana. You have. This is 9 inches of all kinds of crazy, and the action is absolutely wonderful. My favorite, I don't know how Civivi's going to knock this baby off the rack in my area. Not even, I hate to say, and this deserves the same treatment. Let's go blue. Except now you're talking about the Picaro, and this one's a different kind of cat because this is on washers. And so this is a more apocalyptic looking knife, kind of like my APOC, don't you think? So, yeah, but it's still a good sized knife, isn't it? Ooh, it's almost 9. Just for shits and giggles. I haven't put a tape on this one yet, I don't think. Come on, get the tip here. Ooh, it's 9 too. Oh, okay. Okay, never mind. No, never mind. Same size. Same size. Same size. Wow. All right. But yeah, this is on washers, so, there you go. There's your washer drop. I'm going to loosen this little puppy here a little bit. Get it, free it up as much as I can. And we got no access from the front. You remember these? This will locate itself. There's a little cutaway. We'll see that in a little bit. Unless you've seen like my other billion Civivi disassemblies already. Ooh, well, that was ready to go. No joking there. And let's see. I don't know that pocket clip requires me to take that off, and I don't think so. Now that we got all 3 screws undone here, it should, and it does, come right apart. Okay, so here's our liner. Nicely polished. Nicely polished. And, oh, well, this doesn't separate from here because I've still got the pocket clip screwed into the liner. But that's okay. I mean, you don't need that to see the disassembly and or clean the bearings or anything to service the knife. Okay, there you go. And this is really clean and nice in here. It's so damn nice, and it already has such great action, and I could pull this out. Well, it's pressed in there pretty good. So we got a stop for closed and opened, it looks like. So got it both ways on there. And yeah, that kind of looks pressed in there. I guess I'm not going to push that avenue. There we go. Oh, you know, so take a look at here. See, there's a little area machined in the G10 that meets up with, and let me see if I can get a little illumination on the part of the pivot that is there. See that? Right there. This little cutaway area here. That's what that fits over. So that's what we have to do. And you can pretty much tell that the way it's going to sit there is this way, because that's the way the C goes. And that's where that cutaway fits together. So bingo bango. Put your bearings back on there. As you can see, big old long back spacer comes right off, goes right back on, no big deal there. And there we go. Oh, you thought you were going to jump out of there, didn't you? But I knew you belonged in there. Oh, okay. And then another thing. Let's get to it here. Okay. Let's throw a little bit on this track here. I mean, no detent ramp, but I don't see anything with a detent ramp these days except in the Tucson knives that I've witnessed recently. And just let gravity feed it a couple little drops in there and throw this dog biscuit back on there. And yeah, okay. Put this back on. Give it a turn. And then these look all the same length, actually. Come on, get off of there. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks pretty centered. Let's check it out. It got a tiny little bit of play. So, you know, as you adjust this, see, it's way off center. Bringing it, and it's centered. I think I'm all the way there. Wow, that's still very guillotine-ish, but I put some pressure on that. I'll take it a little bit tighter, but it just seems as tight as I want to take it. Okay, and that's centered. And there's no play. But that's even more drop, I think, than we had last time. I'm going to get a little bit more brutal on it. See, there you go. Didn't take, but just a tiny little bit more. And now it's a little tighter than I'd like. Okay, just cracked it. And there you go. Okay. Yeah, that's the way it was before. Obviously, I've had this knife apart before. That's how it got blue. Took the scales off, etc. And the back spacer out. Put them in the die. It was a quickie. I just took the jug I already had of fluid, threw it in a stainless steel pan, turned the burner on, and a few minutes later, when it was hot, just dumped the parts in and let them go. Took a stainless steel spoon, fished the parts out, didn't even put them on wires and hang them or anything. Just like it was just going to be a quickie deal on one knife. So, but turned out fine. Like it. Lynchpin. It's a bad boy. Maybe you ought to try one. I know I like mine. If you like big budget knives, and this is a budget knife, this is not that expensive. And check White Mountain out and use the 10% discount code LTK. So there you go. We do love them knives. Thanks for hanging out. You guys stay sharp.